This is grade 5, module 2, lesson 12, and the objective says to reason about the product of a whole number and a decimal with hundredths using place value understanding and estimation. So in the previous lesson we were working with numbers to the tenths place and just exposed to numbers in the hundredths. So now I'm going to show you how to do the area model for homework problem number 1, and it's letter A. And the problem is 24 times 2 and 31 hundredths. Again, we're going to estimate and we're going to find a reasonable answer. So I have 24, and I'm rounding that to 20, times 2 and 31 hundredths, and it's going to round to 2. So a reasonable estimate would be 40. Let's make this into our area model, and if I have this, I'm going to put my decimal number I usually put on the top here, and it's 231, and remember that we're working with the units of hundredths. And along the side I have 24, and we're going to find the partial products for each one of our rectangles in our area model. And once we have those filled in, we can add across, and this is going to be 924, and this is 4,620. Moving that into the standard algorithm, I just draw the arrows to show where they're going. So I have 924 and 4,620. Adding those together, I have 5,544, but remember the unit that we're looking at is hundredths, so it's 5,544 hundredths. I'm just going to shorten that, and if I'm writing that in standard form, it's 55.44. Okay, which is close to our estimate of 40, so our answer is reasonable. The next problem that I'm going to do is from the homework, and it's question number 3, and the question reads, Eric's goal is to walk 2 75 hundredths of a mile to and from the park every day for an entire year. If he meets his goal, how many miles will Eric walk? So I'm going to start with my target sentence, and the target sentence reads, Eric will walk blank miles, so I know that my unit is miles. One thing that the students need to realize here is that he's walking to and from the park every day for an entire year. So how many days is in a year? So they have 2.75 miles, and they're going to be multiplying that by 365 days, because it says he walks every day for an entire year. So that's information that they already need to know. So I have 2 75 hundredths, and I'm going to multiply that by 365, and I'm going to set up my area model. So here's my area model, and we're going to transition that to the standard algorithm. So we have to find the partial product in each one of our rectangles in our area model. Okay, and once we have all of our partial products put in there, we're going to add them and transition them over to the standard algorithm. So when I add up my partial products, I get an answer of 100,375 hundredths. So when I'm writing that in the standard form, I'm going to be writing it with the decimal in there, and it's 1,003 and 75 hundredths miles. So Eric will walk 1,003.75 miles.